Guardian or warrior souls, they're the guardians of truth, defenders of the sacred. Warrior souls are guardians of energies, justice, and wisdom, stand firmly in their purpose. They're not always fighters in physical sense, but their spirit is unbreakable. Their greatest lesson is learning that the true strength comes not from the battle, but from discernment, knowing when to stand, when to surrender, and when to walk away. In their past life, they could recall as defenders of sacred truth. They might protected lost knowledge. They might be the warrior who fought for justice. They might challenge the corrupt system, or they might even sacrifice themselves for others, learning hard lessons about boundaries and self-preservation. So their role as the guardian soul will pass on to this life. They might still serve as protectors of sacred knowledge, ancient wisdom, or people who stand up for justice, fairness, energy balance. They might even be the defenders of individuals who are vulnerable or in need of protections. Because they feel responsible for protecting others, guardian souls often feel struggle with overextending themselves. They may take on the burdens of the world, forgetting that they too need care and rest. Guardian souls are the silent protectors of the world, but their evolution lies in learning to release what is not theirs to carry. Protection does not always require force. Sometimes the greatest act of guardianship is trusting in the divine order of things. So the second one, let's talk about transitional souls. It's the navigators of change and the bridge between lifetimes. For transitioning souls, they didn't arrive as a clean slate. They came carried with unfinished business. Their soul memory is rich with echoes of past life, unresolved promises, and lingering karmic ties. These kind of soul, they often feels like a strong, unexplainable feelings that pull them towards certain people, certain places, or mission. Their lesson is to stop replaying the old story and learn to live fully in the now, to embrace change, not as a continuation of the past, but as a conscious creation of the present. Their past life is filled with sudden deaths, living behind unfulfilled dreams or unresolved promises, where they might have like unfinished creations as inventions, books, or missions that are still haunting them, compelling them to complete what was left undone. The Akashic field of the transitional soul is dense with open contracts, soul connections, karmic lessons, and repeating patterns that pull them back into familiar cycles. That being said, they often found themselves re-encountering the same people, same soul, same situation, same relationship. It felt fated yet strangely repetitive. Until they recognize these patterns and consciously choose to release them, they will remain bound to the echoes of their past life, reliving all the heartbreaks, duties, or a longing that no longer serves their growth. Being in a constant state of transition means that their souls rarely feel a sense of stability. Their life often involves repeated cycles of death and rebirth, not necessarily in the literal sense, but through drastic transformation in identity, career, relationships, and beliefs. So in this life, they're constantly moving through cycles of transformation. They will feel a deep pull towards unfinished missions, relationships, or dreams, often sensing that they're here to complete something left unresolved. They are a natural catalyst for a change, guiding others through transitions while also navigating their own. Their greatest lesson here is to stop replaying the old stories and fully embrace the present, realizing that they're not bound by the past, but free to create a new path forward. And the last one is Wanderer Soul. They're the eternal seekers, nomads of the universe. A Wanderer Soul is a soul that exists outside of attachment. They're ancient souls who have incarnated across many worlds, dimensions, and lifetime. They rarely feel tied to any one place, culture, or belief system, and they often experience deep restlessness. They may serve as seekers of wisdom, philosophers, or souls who bring in perspective from other realms, galaxies. They might even be travelers, both physically and spiritually, who inspire others to embrace curiosity as well. They might be teachers who help others to step beyond limited ways of thinking. Wanderer souls are often drawn to mystic things, philosophies, and existential questions. They are perpetual students of the universe. Their Akashic field is vast, filled with echoes of journeys that never ended, homes that never lasted, and identities that constantly shifted. Wanderer souls struggle with a lack of belonging. They may feel disconnected from traditional societal culture, unsure where they fit in. So the key growth areas for Wanderer soul is to find their inner belongings, learning that home is not a place but a state of being. Second, embracing their unique perspective, recognize that their wisdom is valuable even if it doesn't conform to norms. And thirdly is to allow yourself to stay still. Understand that depth can also come from stillness, not just movement. In this life, they're the eternal seekers, always drawn to new experience, places, and philosophies. They collect pieces of home wherever they go, through people, culture, or spiritual paths. Their peace comes when they realize that the journey itself is home, and they're not meant to belong to just one place, but to embrace the ever-unfolding adventure of existence. When they stop searching for home outside themselves, they realize home has always been within them. Their ultimate karmic work is to release the need for external belongings, to understand that their purpose is not to find home, but to carry it within them wherever they go.